Welcome back to another episode of Out on the Road podcast. I'm your host, Tom. Today's episode is brought to you by Sleepman Wilderness Apparel. Dave Montez, Monans, Texas. He's got a storefront now. I don't know the address. I probably should get it from him, but I don't know the address. You can find it at sleepmanwildernessapparel.com. That's on Instagram, Sleepman Wilderness Apparel. His TikTok has a link tree for all his stuff. Gone by Nine, his music, everything. We are also brought to you by lowbros.us. American Steel and Sex Film. Chris, great guy, makes a great product. His FR shirts are as good as the rest of them. The steel toe hey dudes, what I'll do with more of the inserts. Got me a new set of leather high tops that they approved. I put my steel toes in them, good to go. Also brought to you by TNN World Supply in Big Springs, Texas. Mr. Taos and Miss Mary have all the stuff for a rig welder and then some. It's like you both said, it's like walking into a candy store. They got everything. I am joined today by Austin DePriest, Matt Rig Welder. Yeah.
He's not using. He's
Not
just
the
first
TikTok,
time doing
not
this.
a podcast.
What's up, everybody? It's Austin DePriest, known as that Rig Welder on TikTok and Instagram. I'm here today with Todd doing this podcast here from my camper live. So here we are.
You know, I won't say, but we're in Texas.
Yeah, not far to take us, but we're here. We got grass where I'm at a little bit.
All right, Austin, where are you from?
I'm from Tennessee.
Let me see. I know one time I was in Alabama and you were in Florence, Alabama, which is my neck of the woods. It's pretty crazy.
Actually, me and her were thinking about buying a house in Florence.
Yeah, it's pretty country. UNA campus,
Yeah, I like it.
pretty golf courses. I know you're trying to give up golfing, but they got really nice golf courses there.
Yeah, I gave it up last weekend, and yesterday I went and spent $600 on the set.
Yeah. What you get?
Titles.
I run the all right.
No, I'm blind. Taylor made M2s.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
So maybe it was like I said I run like I was running a machine, but I use Mizuno's. JPX hot metal, something like that. I've had it for like 3 years too.
It improved my game a little bit.
Oh, it will. It will. When you get out of a crappy set and you go to a better set of clubs, it will drop a few strokes. But then you're going to plateau, and you're going to be like, man, maybe I should buy a nicer golf balls. And you buy them $1 golf balls. And so you upgrade your golf ball every little bit helps you keep from getting frustrated. But where I'm at, the golf courses ain't that great. I've played way nicer golf courses over my time. I'm not a big fan of it buying to the dirt because that set was like $1,600 or $1,700. I'm sure a couple of years old now, but I just bought one of the new Callaway AI smoke drivers. It's pretty good. I thought when I bought it, and I tried it out at the store when I was driving, got it out on the golf course and brought it out of the barn. So it's wasted $600. So you're from Southern Tennessee. I guess you would call it Southwestern Tennessee.
Yeah, I live about an hour and a half west of Nashville.
You're
between Memphis and Nashville, right off the 40.
a fourth generation.
Fourth generation, yes, sir. Me and my brother, they're all operators, superintendents. My brother, he's the operator. He don't pop up much anymore.
If I can say, but I met a guy that when you was little, you rode to work with, and I thought that was a pretty cool story. I heard this 2 weeks ago. And you said that you wanted to see the welders.
Yeah, younger, during the summer, I'd go out there, I'd stay with my dad. And every morning, I'd get up, go to the yard, I'd work in the office, helping my grandma from 7 to 5 every day.
It's like a family business for y'all.
Right, yeah, I grew up around it. Anytime I turned probably 13 or 14, I got to go out on the dock in the morning, help hand out shit to the crews. I learned, what everything was pretty quick. Got into laboring, did all this union first off. Let me make that clear. Got into laboring my first year pipeline because I couldn't get a helper's book at a 798. And then when I finally did get my helper's book, I helped for 3 years. When I broke out welding 798. I welded 798 for 5 years. And then I started working on union and not union.
Fresh stuff. But I don't know, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. But say when they find you, you just pay your fine and turn your book back in, but you still get to keep what you put in.
I believe so right now. I can't touch it now until I like time and age. But they can't pull it.
Yeah.
They can't let them get it anytime.
You can't take it, but it stays there. Right. I don't know. Like they're not putting money into it, but it's just sitting there until you get the fire. That was my understanding of the whole thing too. But still, if you don't put any money in to nothing, you still have a little bit of time. Or maybe you can take it with a huge fine. I don't remember exactly. The said person was explaining to me that was weeks ago, and a lot of things happened since then. But do you feel like that you feel like that you're not bashing 798? First of all, we'll clear that up. Not bashing 798, but do you feel like it's easier to build your reputation and stay busier non-union than the union side?
100%.
Because you're pedigreed into the 798, top to bottom built for it. But so you say 19, you come over here, and
Yeah, I'll come over here at 19, and I was brought up union my whole life, so I always heard like non-union welders, they can't weld with the fuck, they're slow, they don't take pride in their work. That's a damn lie right at the gate. I'll tell you straight up. When I first jumped on that non-union job, I went straight to the fire line. I was getting my ass rubbed by some damn good welders. I mean, jam up. There ain't no holding and waiting on nobody behind you,
Yeah, we're about to see. We have to separate
It's a
everybody.
race. Yeah. Like you just said, you're going to separate everybody right there.
Pretty quick. It don't take long. A setup or two, maybe right when the job first kicks off, everybody's kind of giddy, everybody's kind of antsy. Some guys, like you're normally a very good captain, you get out there and you're chomping at the bits, maybe you have some drop or whatever, and go back and you have to band-aid or whatever. Yeah. But at least by the second or third setup, everybody's ready to separate everybody. I don't spend as much time as I used to on fire lines, but it's still like me and Jonathan Valdez was talking not long ago. Like it's a race. Yeah, when we out there, it's a race.
Nobody will admit it. Put your hood on, throw that hand up. Hey, go.
When it's time to go.
Wait.
And I've been on smaller jobs, like I've done the drill down in Florida and stuff. So I hadn't really been like where it's a long stretch and we're firing up. But like the job I went to now, I didn't go. I went straight to time. What do you call it? What do you call it? Ironic. My situation. It's kind of ironic. Like that boss said, his loss is my gain, so just come on to me. Everybody get their own cup of tea. I've worked for the boss that I'm working for now a bunch. Back in 18, we laid 110 miles for Phillips 66. I mean, he didn't know my name at the beginning of it, but that's how I called him, but he knows my name at the end of it. We tried getting to work for him a couple times. It just never panned out. I did go work for him earlier this year. We went straight to doing transition pumps from poly to steel. So I never went to the fire line. It wasn't that much fun. And like Dylan Cole, last time I seen him when I was on the fire line, he was top pass. So it wasn't like, I got to race that much. I'm not breaking my last smokes, honestly. There's some guys that's all they do. They show up, firing line, and they're there to drag them up.
It's like that. You run beef for a whole job. You got to fall back filling cows. You ain't gonna quit.
Yeah, and he was like,
your hand gets rusty quick.
He said the other day, he was like, I finally got it dialed in. Sent a Snapchat. It was a good looking cat. Yeah. I was talking to one of the inspectors over at Castle. He's a 798, and he still welds quite a bit for him, to keep that stuff. But he just does the job, gets his credit, and gets off that, Yeah. And he goes to inspect it. And he was like, I asked him straight up, I was like, dude, be honest with me. Is it better welders, non-union welders, or is it 798? Which one's better? Because I have my own belief in it, because I've been around some guys like, I would never rat a guy out. Man's got to provide for his family.
Right.
That's what's good. Yeah. But if you can kind of tell, that you're not built like I was built in West Texas. It's different than a guy that was built, in Ohio. It's not. We're just not going to weld the same way. Like West Texas welders, like me and Bo just talked about, like there's a stigma about them, but because everybody talks shit for West Texas. Everybody talks shit about you. You can't weld. You broke out in West Texas. Well, I've been all the way to UP, all the way to Washington, Southern Florida now. I mean, I've been around, But they, I asked that inspector, I said, man, which one's different? What's the biggest difference? And he was like, that y'all don't wait on people and just take off. And I was like, oh, but which set of welders, like, is Texas welders, would you say Texas welders are better than Oklahoma welders? Sure, I think so, but I live in Texas. But can I say that I know some very good welders from Mexico. I know some very good welders from Louisiana, but we're always better than Oklahoma. It's I don't know. I was just wondering if, like, you was in there. I know it's a stigma to it about being a non-union guy to begin with. I just wonder if you think it's a big jump for guys. For 798 Haynes, it's all they ever done, right? Because we've been in the 798. They never welded non-union. They ain't never been on a fire line in West Texas or anything. Them guys compared to a guy that has 10 years from West Texas, because a couple of them now. How comparable are you? We're not bashing either one. Just saying the comparability, the skill level of the two.
I would say the non-welder will smoke his ass. That's my belief. I've seen it just like you have. I don't know, it's different over here. It's a faster pace. If you ain't working damn,
It's less money too.
It is what it
You
is.
know, we work harder for less money.
Pay cut, but I'm way happier.
Yeah.
It's take this how you want it, but there's too many suck asses sitting on you. If you ain't got the right last name, you ain't gonna stay good. I ain't about sucking ass, stupid dog. Pretty good name for myself over here, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just rolling with it, man.
Even without the TikTok, I'd already, before I really started venturing TikTok and you blew up and like building shit, before everybody started blowing up with their welding stuff, I'd already heard your name a couple times, so in it. But like Valdez, he kind of blew up kind of big on TikTok or whatever, but like you wouldn't really, like I guess you've been coming to the channels and blowing up or whatever. But they had already, somebody, this was almost 2 years ago now, somebody had said the name and I was like, I never heard of it. It's small. I was like, he's got to be from Louisiana. You know, someplace like that I've never heard of. And they was like, I can't remember what they said. I think it was something, it might have been Tail Running Beat. I can't remember what exactly was said, but I was like, I've never heard of it. And they was like, well, he's supposed to be running a job. And I was like, if he's running a job out west, I'd already know the name. Because I'm pretty, even though I leave West Texas, I tend to get to stay pretty well in the know. But our ears say, because I got a bunch of buddies out there, you know, a bunch of my buddies are out there, and they say who they're working for, who's got this, and blah, blah, blah. I have no aspirations to go out there, but here we are. And, you know, it's always a good fallback plan.
It is. There's always work happening,
You
man.
know, and it's not the end of the world, you know, it's just, I would take where I'm at now over what I just was doing with, because even though there's a lot of good welders on the job and stuff, when you go to work and you have to question yourself about it, you're doing the right things when you know you're doing the right things, you know, because you do it the same way you've been doing it for so long and it's always worked. And you try to make somebody a hand and you get kind of shafted the way some of the carts fell over there. And then I can go out to the desert, to Orla, and work with some Mexican boys that I've known for the last 4 or 5 years. And we laugh and cut up and we're just hunky dory. You know, we're just going to work and doing the shit. It wouldn't even matter. I don't guess that. Somebody that really knows me knows that. I got to do the mouth. But
I think we all
like when you got to be gun shy at work, you know, like you feel like you're stepping on eggshells, or you know, like did I do everything perfectly? No. And where I'm at, they're shooting real time. It's no difference from where I just come from. Left off the beat the other day and off past it and filled it, kept it. But so I don't know if I don't know all the details from my I'm still, you know. My ass is chapped about it because it's my reputation. I changed my Facebook name to Slagline Tyrone.
I have seen this on the non-union side, talking about 798 non-union. You catch a repair on the union side, it's usually 3 and out.
Yeah.
No matter what. I've been on non-union jobs where, man, they're just stacking repairs.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen it too, where they'll throw repairs on somebody that wasn't even on the wheel.
Yeah.
You know, they'll fucking put your stencil on it. That's kind of wrong, but that's the decision you made and you won't know. You know,
For sure.
look at it
But I always try to hold myself to the 3 and out rule.
Yeah.
You know, like I did catch a repair, but it was for IPD. Which I stated, I will catch IPD. If it can be caught, I'm that mofo that will catch it. Internal undercut, I like to catch it. Burn throughs, I like to catch it. I just don't like the word ESI attached to my name. I mean, I made a whole, like I said, outside of all, made my whole career as a hot passing. So it got me started, kept me going. Then when I got to the firing line, I welded 110 miles, you know, filling and capping. I don't understand. But that's neither here or there. Before I get on a little rank, I can study yet. What would you say when you got into this, you know, off the 798? It don't matter, you're just a welder. What was the biggest advice you got right off the gate?
Biggest advice I got, don't turn the job down. Stay welding, no matter what it is. Go wherever the money is. Get it done. Even if you break out, like say I broke out a month ago, you're not broke out.
No.
You're going to get through to the fucking doors.
Yeah.
Anything, man, they'll come back there and they'll help you. You know.
So as long as you're not
Yeah, and arrogant. If you're an arrogant prick and think you can weld, get smoked and don't care, they're gonna show you. You know.
For sure.
If you're humble about it, man, we'll teach you. Hell, I will. I'll help people out all I can. I can't tell them all my tricks, but my biggest secret, I'll let you know right now, is keep your foot down. If that rod's burning, you're going faster.
that'll keep your job more times than not too. Yeah. You know, being the fly guy, keeping yourself, you know.
Yeah, like I'm an arrogant prick on TikTok sometimes, but anybody that's worked with me, they'll tell you straight up. If work, it's work.
Yeah.
It's fucking business. You know, being out there cutting up, making TikToks and bullshit. You know.
I guess you would have the title and the reputation as being a beathead. But for all the young kids, you didn't start out as a beathead. Or was that the goal when you started out to be like, I'm going to be a beathead? Yeah, okay.
I love running.
But you didn't start out as a beathead.
I started out on the fire line. Actually, my very first job, I drove all the way from Tulsa to Powhatan, Ohio, for a little station job. It's 798. Get there, the 250 wall branch of Belleville. It took me till 5 o'clock to make it. I was nervous, jacked off half kid, man. You know, first test, broke his shit, needed the money bad. Hell, man, the dude that got me in there, he talked good about it, like, you know, he's been welding a couple of years. I ain't even made a job yet.
Yeah.
So, you know, get by my test, by the grace of God. First weld on the job, was on a 24-inch 7 wall. Fuck.
Yeah, that's a good
Man. Talk about nerves. I was grinding shit that didn't need to be ground.
Seeing shit to ground.
Yeah, man. Like we got in there that next morning, we were working a day crew and a night crew. Walked run down there and see if X-ray marked it.
Right.
Hell, it was good. I thought,
It's never the ones you worry about to get you.
That's exactly right.
Never the ones you worry about. Man, oh, that was good as go and come back, man. So wish I had a ribbon on this.
Yeah. That's a fact. Right?
So you started in a station, you know, a facility. And how long did you? That's just fab work. We'll put it that way. How long was that job?
I was there 10 days. I made, I'll never forget it, like $9,500. 10 days. $700. Yeah.
That gave you money. That paid in and paid out.
It filled me nothing.
Yeah, I bet about it. I made $9,500 a week one time for like a substantial couple of weeks, but we was also working like 17-hour days.
Yeah.
7 days a week, we putting our asses in the dirt. Yeah. But it was some good money. We wouldn't turn it down because that was that right side of Carlsbad on the compressor. And at that time, like most of the jobs paying 38, 40, you know. They was paying 45, 17, and like 150, 45, 150. So we was trying to lay off in them, but I don't even remember the name of that company. It's probably not even a company no more, but the gas company was started. They was paying some money. They couldn't pass that up. No, I laid over. That's when I bought that Ford. I was there. I had water money. Them guys at the dealership down there, it's like, we gotta see your check stubs. And I was like, your check stubs. It's like, we gotta see your bank statements. I'm like, for what? Like, no kid makes this amount of money. You gotta sell them dope. Yeah, and I was like, I'm not gonna do the first station that I did. But I was pretty much really slow told him that you buy a weld machine. He's like, my son's at school to be a blah, blah, blah. And he'll never make this money. I was like, you tell him to drop out. Go buy a truck. Put a weld machine, learn how to weld, and you can make this kind of money. And I'm okay with you know, a motherfucker that can't survive on $4,000 a week. I was living their life wrong.
But hey, I've seen it though.
Oh, I see it every day, all the time. A lot of it, especially for the younger guys I see. If I could go back and I didn't have my 2 kids and I didn't have an ex-wife and stuff, if I went back and I say I was 23 or whatever, we probably would have ran pretty rampant for a couple of years. But then by the time 27 rolled around, I would like to think that I would have thought, man, maybe I should pay some of this shit off. You know, get everything paid for. It's like my favorite thing is all my shit's pretty much paid for. And it's freaking nice. That bank account grows pretty quick with all you're paying is insurance and lock ramps. It jumps up pretty quick. If I want to take a job in New York City tomorrow, I got the money to make it there 4 or 5 times over. You know, I could go there if I wanted to. I like to drop pins. Like I got Google Maps.
Oh yeah.
And I drop pins everywhere I've been to, or made a weld, not everywhere I've been to. But if I go there and make a weld, it's pretty cool to zoom out on it and look. You know, most of mine goes from like South Texas right up to the UP, but I got a few thrown out there like Louisiana and one in Florida, all the way to Washington, which is pretty cool to look at. Some in Colorado. Yeah, that's.
Never been up that way. As far as I've been there in South Dakota.
I've only drove through Idaho, and if I would probably live in Idaho if they didn't have state taxes and had something out there besides. It's pretty country up there.
I've heard it's pretty nice.
Like a lot of people don't think, you don't think Idaho is being pretty, but it is pretty. But I bet it's totally shit one time too. But it's like you think like West Texas is super desert, but it's desert with trees, like real trees. It's kind of weird. It's kind of different than what West Texas is. It's pretty country. All right, so you done the station job, and what the next job did you? How long was it before you stepped on the right of way?
A couple of weeks after, I went to Newport. I dispatched up there for other system. Made about I think about a month job, 24 inch. I went for the firing line there.
They do their firing line like we talked about. They do it different. It's way different. It's mule training, but it's not like front and back, pick up hands, drop it. Yeah, let's go racing. You know, they hold what they call holding rods. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. You can,
You'll have a rapid lead off man. As soon as they pull up, and helpers they'll preheat it. They'll burn 2 rods and 2 front welders. And then after they burn their 2 rods, guys behind them will burn 2 rods. And then just go down the line like that. Can't finish, get up for it, guy. You gotta recap something. Just gotta lay there.
I know a bunch of guys that would be taking naps.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. But can the back guy ever outrun the front guy? Would you ever know? If everybody's laying down, I guess you could see well, you know, but
You get a good firing line with some good welders though, it goes pretty smooth.
yeah,
You know, but
get a rhythm caught. So,
yeah, it's like I would say, don't go as fast as the slowest man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the facts. It's like it's in some way in this side too.
Oh, it is for sure.
Right.
But also somewhere to the Punko where we jump on each other. Yeah.
It is.
Like that's when I was telling the story the other day. The first like real pipeline I ever seen was with Punko. Like I worked for New Mexico Rentals with some guys. Like we laid some little together once. We're like 4 miles here, 6 miles. But the first time I ever seen like real pipe was with Punko. He told me it was 16 inch 20. He said when you get done with your well, go all the way to the front. I was like, you bet. Well, I didn't have to worry about that because them trucks in front of me, when I got back in my truck, they was already going, you know, they was already heading that way. So, but by the end of that job, I was probably there maybe 3 or 4 weeks. By the end of it, I wasn't jumping nobody, but I was keeping up. Once in a while, I might get to jump somebody, but not very often. Well, then I went to a job for Holland. And this is the only way I've ever seen it done. So then I told my blow off and I said, hey, bro, we get done, get to that front. Well, we was racing. We got done, we jumped in the trucks and took off. Well, I got to throw that old man cuss the shit out of him. Oh, he said, get your ass back there to the back of the line, wait on everybody else. So I was like, this guy, the well boss, going to talk to me. So I don't know. You've been at Punko too long. I was like, I just broke out, buzz. Yeah. That's my second job I've been on.
I know, man.
It's like, I got more time. That's all I ever did. Somebody called me and they're like, hey, that spot's fun on you. No, you got to hop past light because I'm going to do that and I ain't doing nothing else. I'm like, all right. I've done that for Crossfire. I worked for Crossfire for like 7 or 8 months. It seemed like. Then I went back to Holland. I stayed in Holland for a long time. But and Pumpco, like me and Dylan we bounced around with Pumpco quite a bit. I could stay. I feel like I could stay pretty hooked up with them. But they don't kill you. Their checks cash. They actually get more hours working for Pumpco. You know, you're always
I've heard as well. Get some money. You go work.
I ain't got no plans like that.
No, I don't. That's what I tell everybody. No, 50 hours for fucking else. If somebody wants to work on a Sunday, I'm down.
So what made you jump from 19, like, to get a job on the non-union? How easy was it?
Well, I was out.
Okay, let's go back to the second job. You was on the firing line. Did you run beats in 7 Okay, so we're still on the same path.
I only welded, I say 5 years, but it was really consecutively. See, I broke out 78 and 17, so 17 might be a year and a half maybe, so not that much. I was sitting there up there in front of them. Bills were stacking up. My buddy called me, but it was in Brenham, Texas for Venables. Hey, I got you a spot. It's not needed though. Fuck it, man. I drove off the test the next day. We get there, my damn slide, the mechanic wouldn't come out. Whatever. We just unhooked, go straight to the yard. Main slide was helping me. And there was about 9 welders standing in our little meeting that morning just to test. And the inspector told us, he's like, no, this is what I want. You know, they wanted a fucking wedding band on this thing. It was slick.
Yeah.
I'm tired of shit, man. You know, standing there, my eyes are half open. Whatever, if we come get our nipples, clean them up, put bead and hot pass in it, and tell her to go get that inspector. And I look over, man, that was good, but they surely not asking everybody out but me. I was the only one that made it.
Yeah. When they say wedding band, they mean wedding band. They want sick. That's my favorite beats. And I'm not beating. I ain't never playing to be no beating. But when I take a weld test, I try to skate them in there. Like I figured the less I give them, the less they can find a nick pick. So I've always been that way, and I'm scared. I don't like to burn through it.
Yeah. They don't let a helper touch a drum and it's going to test. Won't do it.
It depends. Like Clay's ready to break out. So you got to find, like, even when Declan, you got to find a way to stress him out. I mean, it's a stressful day. Even for, if you've been welding for 10 years or 8 years, whatever, it's still a stressful day. So you got to put a little pressure on, especially like Clay's at the point. Like, he's right there. I mean, he can weld. The only thing holding him back is his own mind. So you put a little stress on him, give him a little bit more responsibility. Like, I don't touch straps. I don't do any of that. That's Clay's business. I just walk off and go bullshit. He'll let me know if it's good or not. We was down there in Florida, and I told him, I say, dude, you're picking out straps, go to them. I don't care. Walked off over there bullshit and stuff. He comes over and gets me. He's like, man, I cut one of them straps. It's got a little spot in it. I don't know about it. I said, cut a fucking other one. Ain't nobody told you. They said cut 6 straps. They didn't say you couldn't cut 7.
Yeah, that's right.
If you don't like the beat, go find another one. Cut us another one. Hey, he's gone again. He's too particular. Like, if I had cut that strap and seen like the little spot, well, it wouldn't have been a root bit. It was just going to nick. Right about your business.
Or if I see something, I'll just say it
Yeah.
till it's gone.
So it's got that old bowl.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
And that's a special trap.
You know what I tell them, dude? They'll always look at it, it always happens. I'm going to find something, But you get a little carried away with that. I said, yeah, I'll go let my helper clean them until I seen it do that. I was getting the rest of it.
Yeah, sure.
Throw it on somebody.
Oh, yeah, always
You
help
ain't cheating,
too.
you ain't trying to.
Yeah. I got a little cheap card, but I don't talk about it. But
Yeah. Yeah.
we're always sticking some straps. We don't. But, so you went down the rental, made your test. That what did you do? Was it laying pipe or?
Yeah, it was a 36-inch line. I don't remember how many miles. It was a pretty good little job. I was on the fire line for a while, and it was a 3-and-out rule. It was not playing no bullshit. Went up to run beads. We were running 3 bead hams. I caught a couple hollow beads, went back to the fire line, and ended up running bead. And every other white boy putting off that job. Extreme shit show, man.
Yeah. That happens a lot on the side, especially. I was talking to the well boss I'm working for now, and he's predominantly those people that know me know who I'm working for. But he told me one time, he's like, I was there fixing the repairs, and he was just a welder. He said I would call the well boss to do like it's on so-and-so. They do the paperwork, and he wasn't even on that guy. He's like, at the end of the job, he was laying everybody off and didn't have no repairs, but keeping all his buddies that had his repairs. And he knew that he counted a repair on him. Like, just part of it. I don't know. I don't play their games. Like, I was 30 minutes from my house. It makes no difference to me if I'm there or there. But I've been 18 hours from my house, 31 hours from my house. It makes no difference to me. I can't say I didn't enjoy it.
I've worked one time in Tennessee since I've
Yeah.
It was just last year. Worked for Jones and Big D's. I was staying right there 30 minutes before you to the right way.
Dang, it's nice. Yeah, I'm sure. They're good. I don't know if they're good to work for. I know they pay good wages. It's just like Manhattan pays good wages. They pay good wages.
Yeah, they seem to be all right, but man, wasn't a real big crew of us, a few of us, a couple operators.
And not only is it's different too, because you kind of, like pipeline, like you're in with the front end game. Like y'all are all buddies to pipe game, but you may not know the guys was, behind you captain or, you don't know. But when you're doing anomaly digs, you got the same guys out there. They do the sandblast and coating. They're all in also recruiting. So you get to kind of know everybody. I like that about anomaly digs. So.
Yeah, it was cool. We couldn't pull our campers. We'd have to stay in motels. We'd all shack up there for some motel. And it was smart. It brought back a lot of the groups.
It makes it a lot better. Like I know some of the welders that are here. It makes it a lot better when you're around a group of guys responsible. Like over there, a bunch of them was my friends. I know a bunch of them, but like it was just such a tense environment that we never really like. My kid was 10 minutes down the road, so of course I'm not going to drive back to Eastland and go hang out all evening. I can see my kid, So it made it like I wasn't doing what I like. If I was off on the road, like we was out where I'm at now, we was all out there. Yeah, of course. I'll hang out. 4 or 5 nights a week. But it was different. That board up was different. I think that kind of built some barrier between me and some of the people. But
which is fine. You gotta give a partial lesson. But it is what it is.
I take advantage of it.
Yeah.
So you run beads over there. Didn't go well. Well, I guess the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Then where'd you get to after that?
After that job, say, a come back later.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're in the year 19. COVID hits. How did your COVID year go?
It went really well.
Yeah.
Right, like a week before they started shutting state lines down, I went to Bay City, Texas. They laid a line from Sweeney all the way to Gregory, like 165 miles to Sweeney.
Yeah, I worked out pretty good.
Yeah, that was one big on me that. Like halfway through the job, my welding partner thought to break my fucking back to get my ball. Went running beads, went hot passing for a minute, went back to the fire line. It was about, I think I took a month off.
COVID, which I thought was one of the craziest things ever. I
Yeah.
didn't have I was out in New Mexico. Man, people was acting like some crazy. Yeah, like some straight. I was in Carlsbad, everything shut down, man. Feeling like worse at this time. All that shit had happened. It was kind of isolated. Well, I said, fuck this. Loaded up my camper stuff, went from Carlsbad to Victoria. Got around some guys that I knew, and there was NPG was laying a line through the horse was laying a line right there. So I got to hang around like the welder that I worked for. Me and him stayed in the same campground. Kind of got me back going again. Went from there to Louisiana, and I was like, man, I got into this. I've only ever worked, Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana here, and I was flipping. I went straight north as far as they let me go. Well, that's how we went to Iowa, and I was like, it was good for me,
Back to the while ago. All right. I went to El Campo.
El Campo.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Right after that, I went on.
See, that's crazy because
You must have just missed.
no, I remember sitting there. Went over to Jimmy's camper. You said that was name was Larry.
Yeah.
Plays guitar.
Yeah.
And we walked from Jimmy's camper over to Larry's camper because he drove a Gold Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah, my ex-wife at the time was helping me on that job. Well, I don't know if it's that night or the other night, but we all loaded up and went to the bar over at Porpoise. I don't know if y'all made the trip or not. Y'all was playing guitar. Larry was playing guitar and shit, We went over there, and my ex-wife threw up the parking lot, put it back in the truck, and she just chilled, and I went on in for a little bit, and I left. But I wasn't there very long, because I went to do a job for Troy. I was probably there maybe 2 more weeks after that. I papered in on that job, because I just come off that job with Noe, and that was on. That was a good job. I wish there was good lines like that. Troy has it. Yeah.
That was a good little job though, because we was catching the wind one in El Campo. We about done Steve, Mr. Steve Turner, that's what I call him, Steve. And they was going to Mississippi, big old black boy, big stock. Damn, man, I ain't seen these type of kid. He was tired of my granddad back in the day. He said, boy, that shit just like that. He was 11 city to me. See, last time I seen him, I was, 5 foot, ain't much taller now, but I was a kid,
Zeke that works for Progressive? No, he's a big Mexican dude. He's a hell of a time boss too. I've seen him in Florida, but he's who I work for down there. When I moved to Titans, started with another guy. I know I made a time for Joe when they first got down there, and then they moved me to Zeke.
I can't remember who they ended up finishing it over there. It blonde hair.
Jeff Sidley. Yeah, I remember that. I remember like here in Austin, but I never heard the last name.
I bought that truck or on that dog.
Yeah.
Got that blue one.
There was another guy there. Well, you may not, especially there was another guy there who drove the same pickup. And he was all over the blonde headed too. Because I got into a safety man over there, and the safety man went back and told on him to Austin and Jimmy. And they went and shoot that old boy's ass. He wasn't even him. He was like, it wasn't me. And they come shoot my ass. And I said, y'all brought me here to do a job. I'm doing the job. Safe as I can be. I was making a time. Like somebody put a beat in, you got in such a bind that you want to hot pass over. So I was just trying to scratch the top with a 9-inch wheel on 7-inch grinder, just trying to scratch it a little bit. And I was hot passing that safety man, hollering at me the whole time. And my helper, she was like, that safety man's hot. I said, what he's got going on, he can talk to me when I get done. But I'm going to get this. Before anything leaks off, I'm making this weld right now. And then he just got mad, I guess, and got in the truck and went back to the yard. We had a safety. That was on like a Saturday or a Friday. We had that safety meet on Monday, and Austin and Jimmy was going those up and down. What do you want me to do? That safety guy never come back on the job or out there to the right away again. I heard he died in this match. I was sad about that. They told me that when he was not Corpus, Florida. So you come down there, which was the greatest spot because it was tiny and sled pretty much. Tiny in that drill and stuff.
No, we ended up having to cut the drill out.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Halfway through it. I don't remember what it was. Different kind of weld out with sketching.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
I tell you what, I gained a lot of respect for Austin, that superintendent. You come up there, I mean, you remember how big that drill was? It was a bind. But they had it roped in right here, coming from this way. Really cut so much out about right here. Got them tractors up there in place, and they cut like so much moving about that much.
There's a lot of people that don't particularly care much for Austin because he's real reserved and he's stern when he talks. Yeah. But him and his dad, Daryl, are probably two of the smartest people that I've ever been around. They're good. Like they're good at what they do. Daryl was involved. After that,
well, they still, that's a big deal. You just find hurt quick.
Bad, quickly. Like you just told me about the kid out in Mexico, or that 500 volt pipe ain't nothing to fiddle with. I don't care if it's 12 inch, I don't care if it's 10 inch. All it's like,
I had a damn drill section get on me in Florence back when it was. I took a year off pipe hunting. We had 12-inch 500 ball, 14 joint section, ropes around. It was hot. I mean, it was in July. It started raining. We put the pull head on, and it went from like a 10 to 80, like instantly. That shit shrunk so much. It popped on his skin. I turned around, walked about from me to you, all the fucking boom, broke my damn foot, crushed my whole left foot. It was fun. Got on me, had to get a hose to get it off. But they say that shit quick, you don't see it coming. No, it threw my damn hard hat way over there. 12 inch.
I seen a TikTok or a reel on Facebook not long ago. They had one in the clamps, and I guess they had it in hell of a bind. And some guy said tack it. Well, by the time that weld dropped, so it slipped out of the clamps. I don't know if they're trying to beat high-low out of it, but it slipped out of the clamps. And I'm talking about snatch that helper's ass up like he wasn't like just a rag doll, right up out of the ditch.
The pipe, it don't got no feeling. They don't give a fuck.
I'm trying to tell everybody. Everything out here is designed to fucking kill you. Every bit of it.
It is.
I mean, from start to finish.
You know, I get it. They preach safety, but, it's like they say, be your brother's keeper. That is the truth. You watch out. Shit, it ain't just go all the time. Stop looking. You'll kill your.
I think that's a tough thing for the younger kids coming in.
It is.
They think so much about the go, especially out west where I'm at. They think so much about the go. That's what's going to build my reputation. But I tell you, contractors don't get work if the safety record's high and the repair rate's high. So if you see or you think something needs to be ground, grind it. Think you didn't get a beat in it, that's how I would. If you think you ought to have your damn safety license on, you should have. Oh, yeah. Can't be a golden arm without golden eyes.
Yeah. You won't see me grinding without just blank. I've had my left out good on 4 times.
Yeah.
I finally told myself, I said, fuck this. I'll just do it right. That
It's
sucks.
It's not even worth it to not grind their kids. It did kill them.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah. Everybody probably got the ACs pumping. Dude, we was up there in the UP and it was terrible. I'm talking about like the big motorhomes and stuff. But back to the, not talking about the camera, but back to the conversation. This thing will stop at 60 and then we'll restart it. Okay. Well, I forgot where we was at. Now we got off on a whole nother trail. So after the job, the 165 miles, and then you come down there and blah, blah. So after that, no, the COVID would be after that.
Yeah, no, COVID was before COVID was 2020.
Yeah, before.
I took 21 off to race motocross for a year.
Okay.
For a year straight.
Yeah.
I was trying to, do some personal goals before I got too damn old. I just ended up being hurt all the time. Sold everything. Then I went back to welding. That's where I got divorced.
You got your aspirations of motocross didn't go well.
Yeah.
But I mean, divorce changes everybody. I don't care what anybody says about divorce. It's, whether you're in the right or wrong, it's still a bad situation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. The sports company say. But and then so when you come back to pipelining, you feel like it was kind of hard to get back going.
No.
A couple phone calls. Did you think to try the 798 then before?
No, because I looked on the wheel, but there just wasn't no work, man.
No.
I just made a couple phone calls and I had a job.
Yeah, ready to go back after.
Yeah.
Did you go straight back to running beats when you come back out?
Actually, the first job we went and did, it was in Orlando for Sunlane. To reroute an old line going to meet the overpass. Right there by damn Disney. It was like 20 joints. It was 26-inch pipe, I believe, with the odd size.
Florida's well known down there, like Florida gas, ETC show.
But man, you talking about stressful right there. That was right after I had the book. I drive all the way to Florida. I ain't never done no hit service. I've always go downhill to shit about that. I'll find the spot. And then sleeping on my buddy's couch. You know? So do that, like that. Like, hell yeah, I got a job. Well, something happened with the spread below us. We had to go to Miami for like 2 days. Help them finish up. We're down there. Real boss calls and like, hey, y'all got to come back up here for the gas. I'm going to accept hit service to put on the split. We got to take a 7016 B branch up there and blow high out. Keep this shut on. 7016 no slack. So we go back up there and made both of them tests. For all three of us. All three ones were going to be on.
The first time I dealt with that 7016, I was trying to make it so perfect. The guy that was testing us, he was like, "It's never gonna be perfect." Yeah, I was like, "You're trying to make it look like a downhill beat." He's like, "You're not gonna hang out with us." And I was like, "Well, at least I'll be able to go a little bit further with the bike." He's like, "No, this is it." And then I tested for ETC in West Texas with it, or decent ETC or DCP, one or two. And I mean, he was instructing us how to do it. He was the one giving us the details. He instructed us how to do it. And we made the test, but I hadn't seen it since then. They was talking about it when we was in Florida. That it was reminds taken, you know.
Our inspector, even years ago, when I was sitting playing that,
We tested it before down there when we drove down there. He was chill. Should be but it's like I love to see them Texas plates on trucks because I don't get good welders. I said, "He thought you would be good welders." And he kind of laughed about it. But he was good guy to test for. The way it should be, man. I think it should be left up to, you know, you can pretty much tell what a guy's going to give you in the welding test. You know, I'm not saying go out here and buy 6 inches of internal underbill or outside or, you know, IPD. But I'm saying sometimes it boils down to lifting up some straps, you know, got to get a little leeway on it.
Yeah.
I'll take
They're
that
not all
practice.
good at starting.
Not a machine, you know. As much as we all like to think we're the best that ever walked the earth, we're not machines for sure. So you was in Orlando. What lured you to the great West Texas?
I was actually I come to Henderson to test for Capco, and I missed my damn test. Should have.
Not a machine.
My buddy called me that evening and said, "Hey, I got a job for you. Some papers. I don't know, avoided this place for 11 years. I've never come to one else to Dallas. Let's go try it." You know? So I come out there and I was in Packers for 2 months. And after that, I went up to Kansas, get a job, worked with the job. Then hell, I just come back, got a call back in November to go back out there. So
I'll tell you a honest story that I know about you from Kansas. Y'all was in Lyons, Kansas. There's a bar right here, and there's a RV park right here. And I know this because the state had the very same RV park.
yeah.
I'm drinking the same bar.
Yeah.
I won't get into details of the story, but I know the story was pretty good. You know, Black Buzz.
Oh, hell yeah. It's like my damn sister.
She was telling me the story. I worked for her uncle last year. I didn't know at the time. I didn't know her at the time. I heard her name. They wanted to get her on the podcast, but I didn't really have a way in yet to talk to her. Which we did record the other day, but the audio was terrible. I'll try to work out some bugs. Everybody thinks it's so easy to do. You know, it's not the same. It's like you make a TikTok, you pick up the phone, I'm out here, but it's not the same. You know, like making a TikTok's like making a Snapchat. You know, it's like, do whatever. I'm not a real tech savvy. That's why I got so much stuff going here. But I didn't really have a way in with her, and so when we recorded the part, we're gonna have to redo it. But she's a good welder, and she's super down to earth. But I worked for her uncle, and her little brother broke out on the same job I was on last year. He's a cool little cat. But I think it's always cool that when you have a whole family. I don't have a family of welders or pipeliners in general, but I think it's cool when it's like their whole little thing. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yes, very good.
When she said Lyons, Kansas, talking about a bar, I was like, I know exactly. Because one of the Manhattan bosses, one of their bosses, his wife, aunt owns that bar.
Okay.
So we used to go in there all the time.
It's burning.
We got
Passed away.
Yeah.
Right.
We would go in there. We couldn't have missed each other by much because it was November.
I left there Halloween Day.
Yeah, I come up there late or middle of November. Well, I come down there. We've been up further north, and then we come down there to do some immediate digs. So probably didn't miss each other by much.
There was a welder there, Jonathan Ingleton. He moved in there about 2 weeks before I went.
Because we're doing some shit about Bushton over there, yeah, or that area, Bushton's up, north of there, northwest of there. Like, everybody always thinks, like, what they do in Montana, everybody knows about in Texas, you know? But it's as big as this network is, it's actually small. It's actually like very small. Like, like I talked to this girl, and she said, "Oh, I used to talk to a water helper." I was like, "Oh, sure. Hey, what's his name?" Like, I'm not telling you his name. I was like, "What welder you work for?" He just told me the welder. And I texted him, said, "Hey, you got a helper from Georgia one time?" He said, "Yeah." So what's his name? He told me his name. I repeat it up there. I was like, "This is a small world.
Yeah, everybody knows.
Like, I can find out. What was done. It's not that hard to find out. I'm not gonna make fun of you because you was talking to a helper just a little bit, but not that much, you know." And in the date world, I freaking hope that. Yeah. Listen, be by myself.
Shit, when I was a helper, I wasn't no helper. At the bar, I was getting that welder.
Clay, so he's got his Tom Waters.
Well, I had them too.
Yeah.
I had them. I remember one time in Huntsville, Pennsylvania, I was 18, or no, I was 19. Yeah, we'll just say 19. Face, you know, kid, a buddy of mine, can't get in that bar, you know. Put on these Tom Water and take my ID. He's 6'1", you know, 200 pounds, brown hair, big old beard. I'll be damn, man, they let me right in that something to his ID. We sat there and got drunk in hell. Back in the day full of pain.
State ID, you can get away with that. I think, anyways. But and it's all about how you present yourself. Like, you know, I would say that from the time you started in this whole racket of pipeline and you back to like the way pipeline is back, like for Clay, it's taken me a lot of convincing Nick Clay to be a little bit rougher than what he has a 4-year degree from Tech. I talked about this earlier today, but he presents himself very well. Like he's a quiet kid. He presents himself very well. They didn't have like Declan had the roughness. Like he's been around cattle with a lot. He'd been around welders. Like he had that mentality. Clay's had to have a beat into him. Like not everything's nice cupcake full of rainbows, but like, you're gonna have to learn to get somebody's ass. A little bit. Whether it's mine, whether it's your helper down the road, you're gonna have to figure out how to get somebody's ass there, buddy. Yeah. And he's gotten better about it. He smiles. Plus, he smiles still. So we got to work on that a little bit. But when he breaks out, he's going to be a very good welder. But his personality, you can't smile when just with wild.
No,
You know, going to be a little stern.
how stupid that really was.
You know, he says I have no. He called me a miserable. No, he said I had no compassion and I was a miserable bastard every day. But he just protects it all. Yeah, he just protected running over a $400 turtle box. Like he didn't run over personally, but he was on the premises. Anything Don want to do was his job. That turtle box was his job. And it got smashed.
Don't let them fucking wagons. Don't set shit on my lid. Don't lean up on my bed. Paint's out there for a reason. This is your truck. So my business, I'll take care of it.
Well, if you got a helper that wants to be a welder, you got to teach them how to take care of their own shit. Like, don't let them pop on the hood. You know, don't let them drop shit on the leads. You know, like I told Clay, I was like, when you get close to breaking out, I'll give you these leads. Yeah, and I'll buy me a new set. They still got a lot of life left in it. You know, they're not going to need it. It'll take long to catch 3 bird bucks. But he said, he was like, okay. Well, then after that, he started taking back, you know, started watching, like, you know, let people walk on him. You know, you can leach it. It don't matter in the name of sand, but, you know, it's just one mash down. Like, I ain't one of those guys. I'm like, oh, when I armor all my leads, as a doing all that crap. And I just got them leads when I was in Corpus. And I just bought that roll machine, like, 4 months before that. I got
What
it.
do you think about it?
Oh, there's nothing better than being over here in D. Lincoln, if you want to send me another one, I'm out there. I quit making them.
I had
I like the 300 SAE, like the original, not an HE, not an MP, just the original 300 SAE. Like that's what I learned to weld on, and that's what I wanted, like bad. When my 200 tore up, it was like a deal where I could buy new. It was 19 or 18 was busy. You know, it was or 19 getting busy or staying busy, I should say. I was on a long job. I worked for no one else 110 miles, so I had time to get it paid off, you know, or at least pay it way down. And so I was like, or do I just find an SAE that I got paid $10,000 or $12,000 for, or pay $15,000 for a brand new? At the time, they was on $16,000 for it, the remote and the leads. So I pulled the plug on it, and it's got almost 4,000 hours on it.
I bought mine in 17. I gave 14.5 for it. Right.
That's 798.
Yeah.
That would come from the 798. When it showed up in the crate down in Ozone, it still had the 798 sticking on it.
I talked shit on Miller, but the only reason why I had a Lincoln will go to Lincoln because when I ordered them, Miller was out of machines. They went back for it. I needed one. It was done.
I run a short hook for one walk test from
That's all I had before I started buying pieces.
Yeah.
That's all I had. I love them.
Oh, we got some pause. Pause this one. You know, anything that's already listening, you can prepare. Like, my numbers was very, he's doing taking some vibrations. And it's like, by the time he's in 39, I'm saying some shit that I shouldn't be putting out in the link, popping some shit. So it's like, edit out. Since we, I don't know that, but we'll just skip on, but let's talk about the TikTok. I know there's things you don't want to talk about on TikTok or about the TikTok, but we know that you're not just a TikToker. But the way TikTok is giving you another platform for the real, listen to bro. I'll say, okay, you can correct me on this. Joel is super professional about how he handles his business and all of that. Bernardo is always pushing his products super professional. Valdez makes his TikToks where it's like, he's talking about welding, but he's freaking doing a voiceover thing, whatever, kind of goofy or whatever. But you get onto the TikTok and just say whatever pops in your head. So I would say it's like, I used the word earlier. Can't remember too much going on, but you're a professional because we're all professionals. Our job's professional, but you keep it more old school, raw pipeline than some of the other guys.
That's my goal. Give them a glimpse of how we live. Like,
Yeah,
give them the real thing. I don't hold nothing back. I mean, I hold some stuff back, obviously.
Right.
You can't say everything.
I can't
You want to say. Yeah, you can't put everything on there. Like, you'll scroll back to around last year at this time, there's some different videos.
Yeah.
I mean, pipeline, it's, at the titty bar, throwing dollar bills, it's drinking beer, it's raising hell fighting, laying pipe, welding. Yeah. That's the kind of video that I like.
Yeah.
That's a normal week. If that could have been on Tuesday.
I said in the podcast with Hunter, I'm more likely to find myself in a bad situation on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday than a Friday or Saturday, any day of the week. I don't know why. It's just like you catch the middle of the week blues or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're just going to have a drink, and the next thing you know, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Every time.
I'll
get fucked up Monday through Friday, take Saturday and Sunday off. Yeah. Everybody's at the bar on, Friday night and Saturday. Shit, I'm at the camp, man. I done had a rough week.
Troy, when you work for Troy, I don't know if you got to experience Troy yet. But like when you work for certain of the well bosses on Friday night, they like to have steak night. Yeah. Everybody gathers up. It's a kiss the ring ceremony. I'm talking shit. I like to work for Troy, but that's what it kind of is. It's everybody gets together. It kind of keeps it. It's like family. The whole road's kind of like family. That kind of keeps it like that, and you can take it as a kiss the ring ceremony because the boss is there. Blah blah blah. I've had a lot of fun. We was in Carlsbad last year. I'm not gonna say the boss's name. We had a lot of fun at steak nights. Yeah, but I think if you got on a bigger spread, that was a little spread. There was only probably like 15 or 16 of us, and it was a lot of fun. Get to know some of the guys that were around. I guess that was last year before I started podcasting. I guess I was podcasting. I don't even know when I started this whole shit show, but it was a lot of fun, But I think with the wrong situation, the wrong welders and stuff, because it's like we all know it's a high school beauty contest, There's more drama on the right of way on a bad job than there is in a high school girls locker room in every week. So the TikTok, you keep it, you're doing like the one you said the other day about if motherfuckers that are homesick can go on. Like for everybody, I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, I do too. I don't. If I get other people, they push their own shit, but look, I don't want to get on there and see shit about, I'm sick of being on the road, I want to kill myself, blah, blah, fucking blah. Grow the fuck up. You're a grown man. You don't like it that bad, then leave. Save your shit and get out of it.
There's a replacement. Practicing every day, there needs to be in your shoes.
I guarantee
there was a time I was like, man, I'm going to quit, I'm going to go home. Wasn't going to sell my shit with rain and dumbass. But I was going to go home. I was going to try to fix some things that I had going on. But then this is the only thing that I've ever really been good at. And then I go home and collect a $600 check for 40 hours or whatever. So I'm working part time, you know, and I understand that, you know, like it's a sacrifice to my kids. But at the same time, my kids got expensive tastes.
Yeah.
You know, it's not easy to go tell them no when you said yes their whole lives, you know. Or not that, you know, like you ain't just give.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if my kid wanted something, she pretty much got it.
Another one, that
Yeah.
cheaper one.
Yeah.
I get
You
that.
get the great value Barbie bike.
Right.
You know, we'll spray paint it pink.
Yeah, that's right.
But I don't know. I feel like I wanted to keep my kids where they didn't have to want for nothing. I didn't want for much growing up. But I didn't have the life that they have. They get to live their lives. But
But all that, like, I mean, hell, dude, I want to go home.
Yeah.
But I ain't fucking posting about it every day.
yeah, everybody wants to go home.
Yeah. Everybody's got shit that's going on.
I just drove up with the house, so I can't say that it works that way for me, but
Shit happens.
I don't do well in certain situations. But so the TikTok, if you would have fell flat, like say that it wouldn't still be doing it,
Yeah.
you know, which it gives you a lot of, I don't know how, if it's giving you much financial freedom, I feel like it has to help some, you know.
It does. It helps a little bit.
I seen you got a stainless steel on the roll machine out there.
Yeah, I'd like to have a stainless steel.
Yeah, be that. Gotta have one.
20 foot of lead.
But the brand new V Stingers, brand new T300. You can't. This was gold last year.
That was gave to me by Hauser Steel and Silver out of Kansas. He made that.
Yeah, I just made my buddy Harmon that striker that he posted on TikTok. He made his pancake. He does good work. That's nice. He's got the Tennessee on it. Yeah, excellent work. But like Nate, you know, he does the TikToking, which I don't think it's just a platform for him to sell gloves, right? You know, but he's quit well, you know.
Yeah, we've done real well.
And they was in France, Germany, and yeah.
He's got that going on. That's great. Dude. I'm happy for him. If you can find something that you love to do and, you know, get out of welding, but still be in it, you know what I mean? That's great.
Like he's going to the welding competitions and stuff. Like he was at Western bullshit welding up in, yeah.
My buddy's got a helper out here helping him. He went to 27 grand. Can't fucking weld enough to get up the bonfires. Oh, they're gouging people. I was weak that.
I could make a helper in 6 months to make him 27 grand and teach him how to weld.
If they want it, yeah.
If they want, you can't beat it in nobody. Like,
Yeah.
if a helper that works for me, if they don't prove within 2 weeks that they want it, we're done. What luckily in the station that I am, like I have these helpers with the welders now that still talk somewhat highly of me. So my name gets around. So I have these people that get up with me like, hey man, I really want to work for you. I'm like, okay. And so when I lose a helper, like I lost Declan last March, and I'm fixing to lose Clay here before long, I'm sure. As soon as the right situation comes along for him, he gets confidence. So probably losing. Well, I have this whole list in my DMs, you know, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, that want to work for me or whatever. Well, I sent some of these little blankers, another welder member that I think is a good welder. Like, hey, you can go work for this. Oh, no. I'll wait on you. I'll work for you. I'm like, they're paying $2 more an hour for a helper than what they're paying a helper where I'm at. Why would you not jump on it? This guy's completely capable of making you a welder just like I am. You got to want it. Well, so-and-so said that you were. I'm an asshole, bro. Ask any of them that's ever worked for me. It's not just all rainbows and sunshine. You know, like, there's days that you're going to take it hardcore.
Ask my helper anytime you want. I can give you his number. I don't do a fucking thing to put my hood and walk down there. I may take my mudboard down there and out of the hole, but that's it. That's as far as this goes.
I didn't think I'd do that.
That's just if I'm feeling nice.
I might throw it at him. Just throw it up the bank and I might throw it up.
I put in my fucking time as a helper.
Now, if we worked late at night, like if we started like 6 o'clock, the block plant's out there and you know we're fixing to be in a shit, I would probably help them roll up, but just to get out of there faster.
On the last weld of the day, I'll help roll up. But if there's something so we can get out of it. During the day, I ain't doing it. Ain't gonna do it.
There's a method to everybody's madness. Like, I worked for a guy from Arkansas, and he was really hard on people for 2 or 3 weeks when he was welding, not welding. But but he had a proven track record of making solid welders. But he was nice. But he just wanted you to respect his stuff.
Yeah.
Respect his stuff. You're gonna respect your stuff. So forth. And kind of like a little boot camp. He was an Army guy. Kind of like a little boot camp that he would put you through. And if you made it through it, you made it through the 4 weeks. He didn't kill you or run you off. You had to make it after that. You know, we would drink beer together, cook me a steak on, Friday or Saturday night. Pause that turn of shit up. I'm talking about 12 when it's grounded. But I went from using a 9-inch grinder on them big motherfucker down to a Makita little 5-inch thing. Man, he had the built guards on, so it burned it up. It was on 48-inch style little pipes. I've been using this real grinder that just, I was done, and then you get whistle down like, tore it up.
This is the first job I've been on since I broke Gail. That I've had a 7-inch on my truck.
Yeah.
I've always been that's all I'll use. I'll be the only somebody out there taking a branch, grinding with 9-inch, everybody's looking at it. The main reason though is because my MP went where they said it would trip it every time. I don't know why.
Mine has the GFCI and it's messed up, but I do have a big ass Makita Greenville. But so Clay had it. He didn't take it, so it's still there.
My first helping job, I was on the fire line. There was a couple of husband and wife. She was helping him. They were leaving the fire line. She jammed up fucking helping. I mean, good. Newer stuff. 9-inch grind, 36-inch pipe. Back there with a 7-knot laying down, puffing the bottom. I'll never forget it till I die. She comes back there, we back to 4-6. There's an old 9-inch grinder, and I'm doing a metalhead one. And she said, "You gonna quit being a pussy? You this long and you're playing thing." She showed me. Boy, I said it was a race.
Yeah.
I ain't never looked back and seen it. I was cute sitting. I will now, but run one, but.
The thing about Clay and even Declan was like they had a switch in them. Like if we was by ourselves, they'd be all lackadaisical or whatever. But if we went anywhere where they had to compete with me at help with, the race was on. But they were not going to be last. Just as soon as we got the pickup, I go drop them in the jaws. Especially let a girl get across the bottom. Let a girl be up a few setups from us or behind us, and let them beat them buffaloes on the out. Dude, that mugs, dude, they'd be sweating in the morning times. That's what I said. It's the fucking ride. They freaking like Clay. One of the hardest things for Clay was to learn was like you won't buy time in the afternoons when you practice and stuff, right? I want your time all day long. I don't care about your freaking cell phone. I don't care about your little heart feelings or your feelings. I don't care about them. All I care about is what you're going to do for me from 7 to 5. What you can do for me, because you want my time from 5 to 7:30 or 8. You want my time either. And it took him a while to get that principle. Like I told him to catch that fucking flight that was up in the UP. He didn't ride up there, he just rode me and mouthed off one day. I told him, I said, "Oh, catch that flight, bro. Indianapolis is right there. What's up there? You can go home to Texas. I got another one of you guys to go play tomorrow." You can't replace what I can teach you, but I can replace you and teach you something just as easily. It took us a while to get on the same page, but now, it's but when I didn't have him after the radio incident, I had Declan. This is Tennessee where he just was helping because it's at the house. It's London. Well, I had Declan, and I was talking shit all the time to before I knew he would get back to play. About how great it was to have Declan. Now I got Clay back. It's like perfect, buddy. Down in there. And it's good to have a little break. We've been around each other for about a year now. Like he stayed with me when we was up north. He stayed with me when we was in Florida. It's a lot of time together.
Yeah.
And we stayed hooked up. Like if I wanted to go to work, we went to work.
You let him stay in the camper with you?
Yeah.
I can't do with it. I had a motherfucker I had on TikTok for made it about 2.5 weeks. I come in one night, which I told him he was 18, fresh out of high school. I needed to help him the next day. I helped him back out on there for the last He was a couple hours away. "Well, you can stay with me till you get a check." I said, "No, you sleep on my couch. Take care of your shit. Trash my damn camper. Don't go in my bedroom."
I can say, Declan stayed with me for a little bit.
Stepping over the line a little bit.
Declan stayed with me and Clay stayed with me. They ain't never moved my bedroom. I used the washer and dryer maybe, but
Well, yeah.
But outside of that, and Clay never even used the washer and dryer. He just where we was at. I think Declan done a lot of that too. Yeah. Well, Declan lazy fucker enough to work. He'd take his clothes to the cleaner so he could practice, But, but Clay, he'd take this to the laundromat there and wash them. But
That was the only time I've ever let a helper stay down to. Not again, definitely. Ain't doing it.
Like Clay had his own camper and stuff, but I knew he was going in digs and all that. And I didn't want him to have to spend the extra money when he's trying to buy a welding machine and all that shit. And he understood. I mean, Clay acts way mature. We probably could ever. Declan, on the other hand, me and Declan will always get in here 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, have a little fist fight. Drink beer, get all wound tight, do some wrestling. Well, not fist fighting, we do some wrestling. Then just go about our business. It's 2 peas in a pod. I hope that little actually gets back going well. He just lost his confidence a little bit. That his ex-girlfriend kind of snatched away from him. They'll do that to you. Won't they do that to you?
Oh, yeah.
They'll beat you when you're down. We went up to Utah, missed that test, and she like just beat him down about it.
Be like, oh, well, machine, get rid of her and get another one.
Yeah. I said, yeah, I blame it on that helping. You know, it's one of the things everybody learn what you can handle, what you can deal with.
That's the way. Welding a lot of mental.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a lot of mental.
Well,
Just
everything.
take your time, man. Like on the test, I ain't gonna sit there and tell you, but I ain't doing this for them, because I have. I missed one. Busted one on purpose. This one on purpose for sure. Florida. Turned around, went back to Tennessee. Got COVID there.
Yeah.
2 days we was in Florida.
Be fine in the morning. By that time, I'm dead. I'm dead. Walking.
I was, that shit was going on. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's real.
When I was in Victoria, they were still doing that swab. Like you had to go get swab once a week to work at the place I was working at. And the first time I went in there, that lady took that big long cube down in there, and I just stared at her. She was like, she's like, you know, it's a funny thing. My husband's welding. He doesn't bump his eyes either. You don't want to show him too much stuff up your nose. I said, I guess it's kind of thumbed up in there. I don't know.
What year were you in Victoria?
Yeah, you had Hillbilly's the welder I used to work for when I was at Matthew Thompson, drove the red dot, Moon Dodge. There's
I stayed right there in right south of Victoria at the KO.
they was at the KOA or someplace over there.
Yeah,
And we wound up moving out to the lake, right west of town right there. There was a couple other welders that we got to with us. The well boss was out there. I can't remember. But he was out there. There was some other welders out there. Me and Hillbilly stayed right across from each other. You know, me and him been on like 4 jobs together. And I missed the test when we was going to get to weld together. I missed the test, but ever since then we've been on the job together. We never got to weld together. Yeah. You know, he quit now. I've been lucky because I got to weld with pretty much all my equipment. I've got to weld with one time or another. Me and Declan only made one little hot fill together. He was on the hot fill, but take a little picture, a little photo.
that's right.
I mean, repaired out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I've never got to welding any of the help when I broke out. One of them was here on this job, though.
Yeah, with Tanner. Yeah. Yeah, he hits me up all the time. I like him. He seems like a good kid. When I had
A
that,
lot better than I was.
he seems like a good kid, like super focused and stuff. And he asked me, he's like, man, you know anybody I have? And I was like, I know 2 numbers I'll give you. And if you get them talk to you, then go with it. And he called that job for Morrison. I think this job over here, they kind of talked him out of it. You know, and he asked me about it, and I was like, dude, I know the guy personally. He's a good guy to work for. I said, you're only ever going to go there if you're working. Because now that you're broke out, you're going to be busy. You know, you're going to try to stay as busy as you can. So it's not like you're going to take vacations for the next couple of years. You know, maybe in the wintertime, who's going to Washington in the wintertime? You can go right now. I said, so pick up relay. The company that you're going to work for, they're good. They pay good, but they're not very organized. So you're going to get a draw check. You know, but that's your decision.
There's confusion.
Oh, always. Confusion, chaos,
It's true, you know.
Probably the only thing in our line of work that you can say is definitely true for a welder is fucking chaos and confusion, dollar bills.
I love it. That's the fun.
Yeah. Just go in there and try to confuse everybody else you can. Keep everybody confused.
That's
So you think that you'll continue doing the TikTok and stuff?
yeah. I mean, it pays pretty good. I ain't getting rich off of it, but it's cool.
A little savings account.
It's an extra weld check a month, a good weld check.
Yeah.
You know, if I put out some good videos. Like on this job here, I done got told right off the bat, no posting. I've been getting videos, so after.
Yeah, once it's done, yeah. You can go slim them. Yeah. Like they told us about that, is that same thing over there?
I get it. That's fine. Welding over that. That is what it is.
That's something that pissed me off about the podcast too. Was like people's like, well, you're not making. I hit a bump on my weld career. So welding becomes before anything.
Yeah.
I got mouths to feed. It ain't just mine. My little dog at the truck likes to eat his dog food. My kids like to eat. So it's freaking, I had to handle that business, and I wasn't really, it's hard to get a guy or gal to talk to you after they done been out in the sun all day.
Yeah.
Come home, they want to talk to their kids, they want to take a shower, they want to drink beer. The last thing they want to do is sit here and talk to me. While they want to spend time with their old lady.
Like, I hate it. Coming home with the campground trying to, hang out, drink a beer. Here comes 4 welders. What the fuck to talk about welding all day.
Yeah. That's after you done
Get
it
the
all.
fuck away from me. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care how many welds you made.
Yes.
Yeah. If they talk about it for 5 minutes, then it dies.
Yeah.
Then we talk about it. But come
Gotta
around
be something else to
all
Yeah.
shit, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
not that much.
And one of them little dinner, the steak nights that we had over at Chore, there was one of these little hands, he just broke out. Dude, his daddy was a really good welder for Chore, big name guy for Chore. And this kid come talk to us, and I was like, he said something, and I said, man, why are you so slow? He said, "You ought to be raking that bead." Like, you're filling the cabin, bro. Ain't no time for no touching the bead. We're going that way. But I don't know, he just killed me when he said my daddy. And, like, your daddy's one name. That name's not going to carry you when it's on work. Like, my daddy Hillbilly doesn't carry my reputation. Tom Lee doesn't carry my reputation. I myself. And that's one thing that I've always been kind of proud of, is that I could say, I don't call very many people looking for work. I might call and just bullshit about what's going on when I got a job. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty and I want to find a job, either they call or I know who to call. If I keep my friend circle pretty small, I get a bunch of phone calls about freaking work. And I wish that I could get everybody that I knew a job. Helpers, if they could pass drug tests, I could pretty much keep them employed and be around if they want to go to work. I don't call me. This little dumb. This kid the other day called me and he's like, I was like, yeah, dude, here, call this, which is where I'm at now. There are 2 helpers. These little MFers drive from Louisiana, get over a pop drug test. What did you think was coming at the end of that drive there, bro? Paperwork and a drug test. That's all you got to worry about. That's it. You can't even study for that. Knowing this is the real world.
Yeah.
He calls me. He's like, man, I make the drug test over there. I don't know what they're talking about. I said, whatever you busted for is what they're talking about. So I don't smoke weed no more. It wouldn't be on the freaking cup. Them cups don't lie, bro.
No, they don't lie.
I've been there. The cup don't lie. Don't lie to me. He's like, well, I don't know what to do. I said, you're going to call this number to this guy. You're going to pay him some money. You're going to handle the classes that he needs you to handle before you go back to DOT. And that company that you went just pop that piss test for, forget about it. If you ever see their name on a piece of paper, you're not working for them. That's a done deal,
Yeah, that's some serious shit. They don't take it lightly.
Like, there's not a database that keeps up with everybody that's ever popped a piss test.
Yeah.
But that company,
5 years there is.
well, they can call back to that company. Yeah. Well, I handled my situation. And luckily, the company that I had my dealings with is no longer in business, which helped me out a lot. But I just would never put that company down on any paperwork. On that day forward, never talked about them again. Never worked for them, don't need them. I don't need them, But he's helping now. I hope that it pans out for him. But like I told him when we got off the phone, I can't help you ever again.
Yeah. So they're not going to stick your name there.
It's embarrassing.
If I'm sticking my fucking neck out for somebody that I don't know, I'm not either. I've got to know to stick my name out.
I'll send anybody that had a phone with shit. That's your own business. Now, when it comes to welding,
I'm talking about welding. Helpers,
done with that.
I've done hired 2 helpers off TikTok. I'm done with that shit. Both times been a fucking disaster. Not doing it, don't do it. What's funny now though, the helper that's helping me, he's helped me since about January. She messaged me one time and like, hey, be a helper. Fuck, I know.
Well,
Yeah, he can this is pretty big on
how did you meet Little Tanner?
He come and helped me and when I was dealing with anomalies. I'm fire asleep and we started in Kentucky, went to Tennessee, Mississippi. Started up there. But through a mutual friend, shit, we hit it off like this. Super good kid.
He takes some good videos.
Yeah,
He's good. There you go.
and fucking breaks it off.
Yeah. Good.
All the good helpers, hang with you for a couple months and they're gone. Yeah. It's all over.
It's a sad thing. People don't think, but if you spend all this time with somebody, it's not like it's more like a little brother effect.
Yeah, he's good.
Then they're gone, but you talk to them every day. They just you don't get to see them every day. It's like you're hanging out like with this dude, man. I'm not best friends with my hookers. Like, let's get that leveled out now.
Yeah.
But you're around them all the time, more than your girlfriend, more than anything. And then they're just gone. They're out in the world doing their own thing.
Watch them grow up.
Yeah, they disappear. And then, like little Declan, when we was on the job where he broke out at, he's listening to the welder across the pipe from him. He's fucking these hot bastards up. I'm trying to tell him, you're not doing what you know to do. Make it freaking right. They're going to repair you out. These welders that are back there on this fire line, they're going to quit grinding.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to weld over it. And it's going to be on you, bro. I'm telling you right now that's what's fixing up. They're tired of running grinding on the fire line. They don't have to.
I don't want to grind over.
Quit racing that guy and do your freaking job. Quit listening to him. What has he done for you? I broke you out, not him. Where you're at today, I put you there. I'm right behind you. Looks like dog shit. I'm tired of grinding. I'm not grinding anymore. They're not grinding anymore. Fix there. I'm not going to say the other word with him. He gets back in his head. A week later, Declan's going to, like, why not do what got you to that situation? Be right. Like, what built you there? Like I asked Tanner, I was like, how you doing over there? I feel like he's one of them guys that just comes to do a job. He reminds me a lot of Jensen. Like, my buddy Jensen, he just goes to do his job. He don't care about nothing else. Just gonna do his job.
He'll be good. He wants to,
Yeah.
He's been around me. He knows shit got
I'm big on trying to do everything. So I said,
yeah. He did pick up something.
yeah, he's calling me. That's things. Where did he go? He went to Kentucky.
Yeah.
That's a good step for him.
Yeah.
I think another reason that he wanted to go work for Blue Sky was they do a lot of work in Missouri.
Yeah.
Like I told him, I said, if you don't go, you still got the contact. It's not a point against you. He was a welder one time too. He knows how it goes. Kentucky's closer to Missouri than Washington.
Oh, yeah. I'll look for the back on that East Coast.
Which one?
Oh, yes. Hey.
Guy called me the other day. He's like, man, I got a job coming up. He said, how do you feel about Mississippi? And I said, it's the wrong side of it, brother. Not coming there. I'm not going to say never, but they don't have the permits and stuff yet, so we'll see. But I'm not going to say never. But I did say when I crossed that stuff up that I wouldn't go back. I would go to Alabama, like a North Alabama job.
Oh,
From Birmingham up, be down. To Nashville and down. In that box right there, I don't know, Mississippi or Georgia. In that box, I would gladly go.
big ass right in there.
Yeah,
Lots more people think.
Oh, yeah. Robertson Mountain, I grew up on top of the mountain.
Yeah.
The foothills of the Appalachians.
Yeah.
They're short.
Fucking
What's
steep.
crazy is I never even knew about Papa.
Really.
Never. I knew it. My buddy, my uncle, he had a badass truck, a weld machine, all this stuff, but we never knew. We just assumed we went welding in plants in Decatur. Like, we had a fine ass old lady, big ass house. We just assumed. I didn't know he was going out. His last name Hawkins. He's a 798 though. Now that I know that as an older guy, he's not, he's gone for a while now, but he was a Hawkins, and he was a 798. And then his cousin, he's a 798. He's from Haleyville, Alabama. But I seen him selling shit though. So I don't know what the deal with that. Maybe he's building another truck. Yeah, that's the deal with the things. That's that's in the same family. But they, but I don't know if he's building another truck. Maybe he's quitting. But it's crazy that I spent my whole life there. And you see the little signs and shit, but you never put two and two together. You're from a Texas shop. What's that guy do for it? And then all of a sudden I'm addicted to it. It's crazy how it all works out.
Well, this shit gets in your blood, man. That's all education or something to your family. Something it was happening. I took off a little too soon,
You don't ever see yourself going back over the bridge?
no time soon. I still got, maybe 5 or 6 people that I talk to pretty often, except on days that we grew up. And they know the deal with me. Their family's pretty high up, 708. They don't think they'll be fine.
Well, from my conversations with a couple of guys I know, like things are different. So it's not as black sheep as what it was at one time, And the way he talks, things are even more progressively different because they're trying to, make their move or whatever. But I don't know. I may go with somebody. I could have done it a long time ago and got away with it for a long time because nobody knew me. Now, if I had that truck too long, I'd have to buy a whole new pickup.
You know how I got caught? The very last final time in Kansas last year. I mean, the very last well, being back. I got stuff trying to back out. Dude comes walking up. Never seen him before in my life. Walked right up to my truck. I fucking buried him.
Yeah.
I rolled down the window and he like, my name's so-and-so. I'm the farmer that owns this land. I said, nice to meet you. I'm fucking stuck. Just like that. He turned around and walked off. I jumped in the house, bailed myself out. Left, whatever. Got home a couple of weeks later. I was in Tennessee riding around. I pick up the phone. This Austin DePriest. I said, yeah, this is that farmer from Kansas. I said, yeah, I'm not really a farmer. So I'll call you back. Say the fucking motherfucker.
What would have happened if you would have did they already know? Or did they already know? Because he didn't walk to my truck, he just walked your truck. Yeah. What if you wouldn't got stuck?
Got out of there.
But also having, I don't know, what do you got on TikTok? 200-something?
No, right at 50.
Yeah. So also 150,000 people are seeing your
I'm
shit.
sure.
Like,
I knew it was coming, trying to see how long it's like a cat mouse. It's kind of cool, you know, being a.
understand is I heard about 100 and some odd miles pop coming right across Oklahoma. I ain't heard 798 name attached to that, but yet they want to come to Texas and try to do what they're doing. Why you can't even handle this stuff in your own backyard? Why are you coming down here? And I don't. The whole thing is, I don't think the fine should be $10,000. Maybe a rig check or two, and then.
I mean, what are you supposed to do when your bills are piling up and they ain't got no one to send you? I tell you what you should do. Take your fucking bills and send them to 798.
You know, sitting right there in Tulsa.
Take these motherfuckers. Oh, go work building trades. That's not my trade. I'm
Yeah.
a pipeline welder. I'm not a building trades welder. That's what they'll try to tell you.
That's what they're telling. That's what they're saying.
But when it's slow, you can go work building trades. Well, I'm not a building. That's not my trade.
Yeah.
That'd be like an electrician, a super high-tech electrician working on smartphones. Say he does that. Going to work on fucking HVAC or not HVAC, but like electric in a house or something. Not the same.
Yeah, it's I done some building trade for a while. I talked Jansen into it. It's over in Garland, Texas. Pipe fitters and plumbers. We made it about 4 weeks over there. Them boys didn't like us. Jansen was over at this college campus. He didn't do shit. He just hid out all day like we normally would. If nobody directly says do something, he just disappeared. And he's miserable. He's texting. He's like, he's hiding from me. I'm at this shop. I'm gonna say the shop. They're treating me super well. But I'm used to going to a fab shop, taking part, going to do fab, taking my rollout wheel, doing my own thing, whatever. Just give me an offset. They don't do that. Tacking shit together, welding it, blah, blah, blah. Well, still, the way I think, you ought to be able to get 200 inches every day. You can't get 200 inches, we're going to do it. So I got a mound of 4 inch over here, and them old boys got like 2 welds all day, 3 welds. I done got the whole freaking little pallet that they had to put together done worked out. They give me a badass D-wall bag in my last check. That's Christmas party, so we'll see that.
The difference in the mentality, like pipelining versus that.
I've heard
I've heard the same thing. They make a damn 6-inch weld last day. One day. 1 6-inch weld.
They said you should get 6 welds a day. And I said, what are we doing at the first break? And I told them my rollout wheel in there. That was the first no. They want you to weld everything out in position or whatever. I'm like, y'all don't teach rolling out? Y'all go to schools? And already insulted them right off the gate because they want us to take a 6G 6-inch with that stupid orange rods or whatever. I went to my truck and got the pipe on it. You know, I said, I weld with that junk rods. And then I got over there to drop them red 6010s.
Right.
No, hippie rods are 70, 80, 10, 70, some shit like that. Hippie rod's like an orange color. I can burn it with an orange color. Yeah. But the 5P whatever, the cheap ass 6010s are red. Well, that's what they's welding over. Like, I'll put a nice little pipeline cap. I'll show you when we get done with this. I'll show you on my phone. I'm putting on like stacking dimes with a little bobcat they had. Like, they didn't even want me in the shop, but they didn't put me outside. Got me a little cover over there, and a little 250 on wheels. It's a little bobcat. A damn quick 300, bud. I'm doing it big time. And give me some gloves, give me a sugar scoop, big time over there. Still wearing my pancake. But the QC guy comes out there. It's like, man, that ain't gonna work. I said, what do you mean? It's like your ripples are too close together. You gotta space them out. I said, wow, that's a low cap. But that's not gonna work. It's a drop ripple. He was like, no, you'll do it that way. You don't work there. I was like, let's see what I can do. So I put a bead in this stuff. Like, I looked inside of some of these pops with no beads in them. This X-ray, they're all cutouts. But I put a bead in this thing. No, we're not grinding. We're not even buffing it. Feel it and just smoke the cap on it. He's like, I like that. Look down and it's flat, dude. It's not even above the bottom. Like, okay, works great. Well, then I go to my truck and my rollout wheel, bring it out there. Dude, I've never seen a grown man. This dude's like 6'7", weighs 345, all across there to me, across all this shit to get to me. He's like, no. And I'm like, what do you mean? Y'all gonna give me a rollout wheel? Well, I ain't sitting here trying to weld a flange, you know. They already got it tacked together, but trying to set it on a jack stand or whatever and weld this shit. I was like, I ain't doing that. You go find me a rollout wheel. If you don't want me to use this one, you find me one. If you're out there with a little position, I really want to fuck that welds in, but I'm frank, you're wide open. It was an interesting time in my life. And then they's like, can you weld stainless? I said, hell yeah. For y'all, I can, for sure. Go in there and they give me a tip torch and stuff, and I'm just around these trying to put some snake bells on. They're like, dog, shit's burnt 3/4 of an inch away from the weld. It's good times. That was my building trades experience.
Yeah, I've never done it. I've never fucked with a tip torch. I can uphill, downhill.
That's all you need to be a pipeline. But the opportunity presented itself.
I'd like to learn it. Like Tanner, he's good at that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's damn good at it.
Yeah, I had no business doing it, but I was going to do it anyway.
Honestly, don't get me at something.
So to the kids, or even the welders that are doing it, been doing it, or whatever, if you're going to say one thing to solitude your thoughts on our lives, what would you say? You're kind of ripping on it.
I would give you the words straight out of my damn mouth. Be humble, work your ass off for whoever you work for. Make them a hand whether you hate them or not, especially the helper. If you really want to be a welder, work your ass off, learn as much as you can. Take in everything you can, good and bad. Learn from the bad, take on the good, and save your damn money. But this shit ain't always promised. They can come in tomorrow and shut every project down. I highly doubt they will. But I mean, I've seen spells where you go months without work.
That time of year's coming right now.
Election year, it's a bad year. But unfortunately, be working, all of us really. West Texas, I don't know if it's always like that.
But it kind of got a little slow there coming into 16.
Like I said, I just come out here last week.
Well, it affects everything.
Don't backtalk. Damn sure don't think that you know everything. Let somebody that and learn, man.
But no, it's at that rig welder, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, I don't know if you set stream posts on Facebook. I don't know if you got.
I got Facebook. I only accept close friends.
But you can follow. You can always follow.
Yeah, I got them 30,000 on Facebook. They follow me.
There you go.
But all my friends and shit, I keep them wild up on Facebook.
I'll give you a Snapchat, but I don't know if he does that either. Because I know like Nate keeps his Snap to only like people that he knows, personally knows.
I have my Snapchat on TikTok for a while. Get the fuck that. I ain't gonna let it go. There's so many people that I don't know what. That's why I tell like all my buddies, I need them to get in Snapchat me back. If you want to get hold of me, just text me.
Yeah. I just wait a few days. When I snap you something, I'm like,
just text me.
A couple days.
I probably see it. And we got a little out of hand.
Like I have a group snap, like I call it company hands. Yeah, and it's a bunch of welders and there's some operators and stuff in it. And it's a bunch of stupid shit all day. But I got it pinned at the top because I put my Snapchat on my TikTok. You know, and they wasn't following me on on TikTok. They followed me on Snapchat. And I was like, this.
I put a lot of the more shit on Snapchat. Don't get involved in the wrong crowd. You get this line of work because they're out there. You got good people and you got bad people. It's about 50-50. Don't make that nighttime out. That daytime trial.
Especially young ones that are still naive in the world. I know you graduated high school or you dropped out of college and come over here. This thing will eat you up, which I talked about it on with Hunter. I know this kid that had a promising, he was 19 years old, and he had a promising career. He got involved in the wrong crowd and started doing some things that he shouldn't have done, and he got hit and run down there by College Station, and now his career is over with. So, at least for the next 5 to 10. Yeah. So, don't be, I appreciate your time, Austin.
Shit, it looked good, didn't it?